First of all, thanks to for inviting this panel and for this discussion of very important topic. From morning we are feeling that we are working in software industries, and rarely we feel like that all industrial people, because half of the time we are with helmet in field, right? So today's feeling is different. Now specifically your questions, how chemical industries are experiencing at present. So we should go back in history. Until we don't know the history, how we are performing and what is our future, we don't know, right? So after economic liberalization of 1990s, if you see, chemical industries are growing very significantly, right? First is the growth, and now today we are talking about AI. This is a phase of transformation, right? So from 2010, we are talking about transformation. And now the question of asset management, I think, why we should do, has already gone that time. How to do, now that is the question, right? For my opinion. Because just my experience, I was working with 10 years with Reliance Industries, 10 years in ONGC, and 5 years I was in SABIC at Saudi Arabia. So I covered, I think, 360 degree with international exposure and domestic exposure. And in domestic, one aggressive private sector Reliance, and one is a ONGC, which is also a very big one. So now, even if you see PSU's company like ONGC, as you are talking about your twin system, we are doing implementation of RTO. Some people were asking how we take data from DCS. And that time has gone. See, DCS is standard system, already implemented. Historians are available, right? Then, so just 2 minutes I will take, I know the time is very less, but what we are doing, so it will be more interactive session further. DCS is available at layer 1. So, individual our furnaces or boiler system or column or whatever, we have controllers, 10, 15, 20 controllers based on our sensors, right, IO. Then on DCS, we have, over the DCS at layer 2, we have implemented APC, that is Advanced Process Control System. So per furnace, we have suppose 8 furnace. So per furnace, I have suppose 20 to 25 controller. APC have only 1 controller per furnace. So there is only 8 controller, right? Now, we are going on real-time optimizer, which don't take the pressure temperature control. It will take the data, now what is cheap, naphtha, C2, C3. So basically it will take feed data and what is your target, what polymer you are making, what grade you are making for PP, LLDP, HDP. We have to put that data, and on real-time optimization, RTO will take that data and will tell you after every 4 to 6 hours, now you have to use naphtha more and reduce C2, C3 consumption. So that is the profitability, right? So we are in phase of RTO now, which is a digital twin itself. So see, people are talking too much about digital transformation, but for engineers, I don't think already digital data are available from 90s. DCS, without digital, how we are making DCS, right? So now this is a digital transformation, it is not digital implementation. I am very clear and no doubt about that, right? 2 minutes, again, if you see the market size, today chemical industry is having 220 billion of market size as per 25, and it is data driven from many sites, chemical and fertilizer, or then McKinsey. All data are available, you can search right now on your mobile, so I took that data even. In 2030, we are targeting 300 billion, and by 2040, it is a 1 trillion. So the way, now you are just in your slide, you have mentioned 10x. So we have to move 10x. That is no option if you want to stand in market. Either without, people will push, automatically you are out of the race. So 10x technology only can happen. And one slide I have seen that you are investing 10% of your amount in innovation. Here it is a congratulation to you, and we need this type of company in India. Because in 2006, when I was working in Saudi, they were investing that. But definitely Asian countries are a little bit poor. This is a fact we have to accept, right? So we need this type of company. So for chemical industry, growth is very good. And now we have to talk about sustainability and 10x efficiency, in my opinion.
Yeah, thank you. And to add on what Pathak has said, that we are into a transformational phase in terms of chemicals we are producing. From last 4-5 years, when the global markets have transformed their procurement from minus China, it has already seen to that they are trying to procure these materials from India. They are looking for India, and that's why the market of India is growing. And the chemicals, whatever we are producing, that chemical industries are growing, and we are targeting, as we have already seen, that 1 trillion by 2040. So, to enhance that, the reliability part of our market to see it to means we are supplying the chemicals in the market. Reliability is the part where we have to be seen as a reliable supplier. For that, we need to have a good and reliable and sustainable asset management system, because since if we talk of last 40 years when we started our career, that time we were only doing a breakdown maintenance. Then after 10-15 years we came to the preventive maintenance, that is time-based maintenance, that after certain time we need to see the data and do the. Now the time has come to the predictive and proactive maintenance. The predictive means, and predictive not to all in one go. We have to do the risk assessment, how it is impacting to our business. How it is impacting to our business, in deploying the sensors to it, and then doing the maintenance, so that our cost of maintenance is also under control, because it's all under part that already said that we are poor and we are going behind the expectation or what the world is doing in means the US and European countries are doing. We are far behind that, but yes, we are into a transformational phase, and we are now implementing all these things and getting the results. And we have seen in the slides that these companies are interacting with HxGN and all those things to have a reliability into the maintenance. The other part is the quality of the chemicals, which goes into the without saying. So if we talk of the quality, the country we always comes to our mind first is the Japan. They are means the quality means the other part of it is Japan. And we are at, I think we are at medium level, not at the top or in the 75 quartile or top quartile, but not in the bottom also. So that is the part I would just like to add from my side. Thank you.
Thanks for that. So I would start with building the larger picture. By saying that if you look at globally today's world, manufacturing is getting again a focus. So we all are today thinking that why US or Trump is behaving like this. So Trump is asking for all the manufacturing to come in USA. Previously, they were thinking different. They supported China, they shifted everything, all manufacturing to China. But now they want everything back in US. So that is where the world is now moving ahead, and as India, we do have a very big chance of playing in this world. So when I say that today we are 4 trillion, by 2030 our Niti Aayog is saying that we will be 5 trillion, and 2047 we want to be a 10 trillion economy. And into that, the chemical, according to me, the chemical is everything. Like this glass is chemical, plastic is chemical, even the cloth I am manufacturing, I am coming from the fiber manufacturing. So fiber manufacturing is total a chemical process, even though it is called as textile, part of textile. But everything is chemical. So the figures what 220 or something we are telling is only pure chemical. But if I put together, it is much larger. So it has a very big scope. And the drivers are what I said is the changing scenario in the overall world. Apart from that, our government is also inclined to support, so lots of new schemes are coming. And I would say that 70% of the chemicals manufacturing is located in the Western India, mainly into Gujarat and Maharashtra. So that is the kind of scope which is currently in progress. And in Dahej, I would say around every year, 10,000 crore of fixed capital investment is coming. And if I do just by a thumb rule, 7 times of that is the turnover which is creating that one factory. So 10,000 crore into 70,000 crore turnover is happening in this area. So these are the kind of supports from the government. The key challenge is, even government is now focusing on safety, government is focusing on quality. So quality is going to be the largest driver of how we will be seen against China. So China is known for both delivering high quality with very high cost and lowest cost with lowest quality, wherein we are the supplier who are the lowest cost but highest quality. So that is where our role is there. Other than that, the challenges are maintenance. How do we maintain our assets? More on that, the supply chain is also one of the challenge. So with this overall scenario is that I would. Yeah. So the first of all, when the name chemical is coming, there is a corrosion. So corrosion management. How do we maintain the so paint management? There are standards ISO 12944. So how do we do the painting and we manage our assets so that the corrosion is prevented? After that, all the schedules. So in maintenance there are two parts. One is the life-based replacement and another is the condition-based management. So all those are how to combine all these modules together and then the what we can say optimized solution, not the cheapest solution. That is where the currently industry is going through. And what I do see is that we do have SAP implemented far, I think, 12 or 13 years before. This year I started looking at Grassing's asset management overall. And what I found when I took the charge, we do have 7 large sites. And what I found is that equipment master itself is not correct. And into equipment master, which is the master equipment, which is the slave equipment, that understanding is also not there. So we have traveled from that, and now we are also looking for some smart, what we can say, sensors who can give us continuously the feedback. We do have LLF, we are putting all the N9, N3, everything is there in SAP. But then we are not satisfied with that. The reason is, everything is about LLF. LLF is dependent upon man, whether the man is doing right thing, wrong thing, what all entries are put, then whether it was planned along with the preventive maintenance. So there are lots of issues through which we are passing. So these are the challenges, I would say,
Related to chemical.
related to chemical industry.
Sir, I would like to add whatever Mr. Malik has said is enough. But still, for implementing asset management, 2-3 more issues I can say. One is the vulnerability. When you implement asset management, you have two things, tangible and intangible, right? You will supply your software or whatever maybe comes under intangible, and your server systems separate, sitting on layer 3, it will act with the asset behind that. So, see, chemical industries in terms of hazard is the most risky. Before 3 days, the incident happened in Telangana. Initial figure was 12. Now, yesterday we did it is 45. See the figure how it is hiding, right? So, the thing is it is a implementation of any small software. One single click on mouse can click someone in the shop floor. So, for asset management, the first thing, what is a vulnerability, how you are going to address with the IT and OT system. That is the first thing. Second is the aging infrastructure. See, if you see on Google, like chemical and fertilizer, our ministry is saying that petrochemical and chemical life is 25 to 50 years. 25 and 50 is a double life, right? So, what makes it 50 from 25? It is only asset management. And as sir told, at present, how we are increasing life? Through LLF, through PM schedule, and like that, whatever we monitor, what is the evidence, we will replace or we are attending. But as one person has asked, I think, how we can detect the failure of sensor as a proactivity, right? That is a challenge. Why we are coming on 2 out of 2, 2 out of 3 system? Because we need more reliability and availability of the system. Why seal 1, seal 2, seal 3 is coming? In flight, there is a seal 6 system, and you see what happened, right? In Gujarat last week. So, for asset management, risk-based analysis, availability, and vulnerability. These 3 issues, even though you talk for hi-fi software, it is required and it must be required, but at the same time, you have to think what the software, what is the effect while you are implementing. There is no margin for the safety. Still, we have little bit margin for availability. Let us, our production loss is some definitely ROI is impacted, but safety has no margin. So that is the key point for the asset management.
Safety should not and cannot be compromised.
Cannot be compromised. And petrochemical, I am very sure, maybe for textile and other industries, the information is lower. But for petrochemical, when we are talking about seal-free system, right, in 1 million, one error is not possible. Then safety is a very big challenge for asset management.
Yeah. Regarding the chemicals, we know we have seen the incident, what catastrophic incidents have happened in the past in chemical industry. If we talk of, it is not governed by any rules. For boilers, we have IBR rules and recently modified. For asset management in the chemical industry, we have to devise our own systems and have we implement them so that we are safeguarding our property, people, and the environment. As already seen, we have seen the knowledge of chemicals. Whatever we are inventing or producing new chemicals, we are introducing. The knowledge on MSDS is very big. We are putting NA against the new chemicals, no first aid measures, nothing, and the MSDS are putting in the market. This is all about the specialty chemicals where we are able to produce them on the market. And we see accidents happening with who are handling it, who are storing it. you are consuming. The last line of defense means the contract worker who doesn't know what he is handling. So the training part of all the chemicals is very important aspect, and the kind of the workforce we are deploying it into the chemical industries, chemicals are really is mind-blowing. And that's where we look into the remote handling means auto handlers and all these things, the sensorization, so that we are able to predict. The recent incident we have already seen, the incident happened in Gujarat, there was something there. Why these failures we cannot predict in our industries? Or how do we predict and put sensors so that the life of human beings can be? This is my opinion.
I think putting the sensors is one thing. However, the mentality or the intention of the organization also is equally important. Just by putting the sensors, we are not going to achieve it.
Act on the sensors, the triggers is more important. You are rightly said. Means the interlocks we are putting, we are bypassing or that will trigger of a catastrophic incident.
Typical is that proximity switch. They will stick the tape on that and.
That the habit of bypassing the safety and producing more is not a sustainable solution, because any incident we have seen the Bhopal incident, a very big chemical industry has gone into the has come into. So sustainability for us is we have sustained operations, we are supplying to our customers on time with the optimum cost. So whenever we are looking at it, we are implementing projects which have very high payback periods also for energy basically, because these are not as simple as the raw material projects which are typically 1.5 years, and that are helping us during whenever there is a water crisis is there. If we are minimum water consumer, then in that situation we will be sustaining and we will be producing more against our competitors or against our other suppliers. So that is giving us a edge, and that investment will give us returns during that. That is our philosophy. So regarding the energy and for safety also, we take every single near miss or incident as a very serious part and how it can impact to us. We have already seen how industries have been impacted because of these safety incidents. Even we were supplying chemicals to the industries. Our market also has gone down. We have to look for other customers. So teaching them regarding the handling, storage, going them to their facility and putting all the engineering controls and there, we are going ahead in that direction, helping them also, so that they are also ahead in safety implementation, and they are our customers and we are also sustaining it. That's our part.
So for us, it is now compulsory. Sustainability in olden days, it was a choice. Now it is not. Our customers are very big brands. We are serving to them worldwide, and they are demanding. So one of the standard which we have now implemented is European Union best available techniques wherein the sulfur in air is only allowed 10 kg per ton of fiber. So we are achieving those standards. We have invested around 2,500 crore in last 3 years and another 2,500 is in plan. So sustainability is not a choice. As Grasim, for all of our businesses, we have declared by 2030 we will be 50% carbon neutral and 2040 we will be zero neutral. So that is what is our target. Now into this, what we have found that we need to work on scope 1, 2, 3, all three scopes. Apart from that, the asset management is also becoming very critical because what we have seen that our one line is, say, Reliance is 300 tons per day. Now, by any means, if it is stopping and one breakdown, so that breakdown is costing us huge in terms of one is monetary, second is from the sustainability viewpoint. So that is where our focus is. Apart from that, we do have our own captive power plants. So captive power plants, if there is some issue, the whole production is stopping. At Gujarat, we will have 3 businesses, fiber, chemical, which is caustic chlorine, and the epoxy. So all are dependent upon that central power plant. And if power plant is failing, it's a loss to the all 3 businesses. So that is where our focus is. So from sustainability, again coming to asset management.
Yeah, for sustainability, as we told that global market after particularly COVID-19, many American and European industries are also would like to know their supply chain from China to India, because in India there is a people, we can talk about 3 things. For any ROI, you need 3 things. PPT, very simple. Your people should have enough knowledge, right? And right person on right job is required. Your process should have very sustainable and should have very good margin. And third is the technology. So PPT, I think 3 words is enough for anything. So
Sorry, margin you said, in which aspect you are saying?
in ROI. See, ultimately all business depends on supply chain and they are looking for profitability, right? Now for sustainability, if you see as per chemical and fertilizer data of Indian government, 12 to 15% energy is consumed by chemical industry. Whatever energy we are producing, 12 to 15%. And for water, we are consuming 20%. So as sir told already, the crisis is energy and water. So to sustain, you need minimum these 2 things. Third is a hazard waste management, right? So now, how to address this? See, you need energy, you need water, and your hazard already, whatever you process, some waste will be created, right? To make energy efficient, now you are looking for renewable energy, like solar system. So rather than dependency on fossil fuel, you have to go for the renewable energy, and that is the area of innovation where asset management will play a major role. Second is the water conservation. Like Saudi Arabia and that, they have desalination plant. So from what they are making, the seawater, they are converting in usable water, but these also need too much energy, right? And country like us, to establish utility more than other polymer plants or chemical plant is a very cost effective, right? Utility is having always cost. So how to treat your even ETP water, how to clean it, where you can use by some chemical treatment for cooling tower process, so it will not directly go in effluent. So that type of innovation is required and it is under the way. And definitely India will target it. And or even if you go, I am a part of Honeywell committee. Before 3 months, I was a panel member in Bangalore, right? Bangalore, you know, in India, the highest technology and AI-based companies are out. So if you see their innovations, it is really good, and definitely our future is very positive. But only thing, we need right people and we need continuous upgradation even with the technology. So that is it.
And my last question is, again, I will go with you first. What are your expectations from a good asset management software, specifically software? Not about the mentality, not about the intention of people or organization.
Yeah, definitely.
What are your expectations from asset management software?
See, from asset management software, the first thing is the reliability and availability, how we can improve. As all data are available up to the control room, now your asset should be such a that how we can create 5x, forget at least 10x at present, but we can create 5x per person is accountable and their productivity. So people productivity should increase, and how it will increase? If they have sufficient and correct data with them, it will work out. So what we are doing as a tool, first we were doing only breakdown maintenance, right? Then we come with the preventive maintenance, time-based maintenance. So if vendor is saying 5 years or 6 years your control valve sheet needs to be replaced, you replace it, right? Now we are talking about predictive maintenance, right? How predictive maintenance? As HxGN AI, you have shown your data. You enter your historical data on your my colleagues are here from 2015 in Opal. We have in-house developed our logbook. We have almost 50,000 IUs, right? So particular, if we have worked on suppose one area butadiene plant, 12 transmitter XXX number. From 2015, whoever done PM or breakdown you enter just data 12x with the transmitter number. Whatever work has been done, it is within 30 seconds it will be available, right? But this is only for instrumentation. But now for mechanical, as one person has asked for transformer oil, right? Viscosity is a major goal, right? So for that you don't have any online sensor for the viscosity. So you have to depend on your vendor data. It should be filled, and offline and online both history will be captured. And asset management with Gen AI will give you the direction. If this viscosity level you should not cross, right? So we will do the testing because everywhere we cannot install the sensor. Installation means commissioning to decommissioning. Every sensor has life, right? So asset management has to play a role how the reliability and availability of our chemical plant and all the assets starting from boiler, column, whatever may be there, we want to grow from 25 years to 50 years. All target is that utilize your maximum efficiency, right? And that is what we are expecting from the asset.
And one question I have, how basically you will judge that a particular asset management system is contributing in enhancing the efficiency or mitigating the risk? There has to be a system which will judge periodically that this system is actually contributing for the organization.
Okay. I will give you one live example for this. We have cracked gas compressor, and if someone is from Reliance or petrochemical, they know.
I was in Reliance.
Yes, sir. So you know that what is cracked gas compressor, right? It is a heart of total complex. It is having EHPC system, electric hydraulic pressure controller, right? Which is driving your turbine cover, right? It has hydraulic system. It is creating 103 bar pressure, and our size is we have in Opal second one largest turbine. Reliance having that, but we have single platform. Its capacity is 78 megawatt of one turbine, single, right? So what happened? Our machine tripped one day because of governor actuation. It was a safe shutdown, right? But ultimately, one flicker for Opal we have costed this 12 crore. One frequency going 49.5 kilo. You can see from Reliance our flaring size, right? So when we investigated, our servo motor has EHPC oil is going to the servo motor, and it has polymerization. Because after shutdown, when we started, initially it has functioned, But when temperature comes, polymerization comes, and when we open the filter, it was stopped. So then we go for the oil analysis, right? So it was found out that CGC machine tank size is it's like this room size or tank size for the oil, right? So what mechanical persons were doing? They were replenishing the oil, they are topping up the oil, but that tank was never cleaned after shutdown. And now there is no margin of shutdown, right? So what we did in drums, we removed the oil. Online filtration unit we have provided, and then from second side we have top up the oil, and we have run the machines. So all the safety hazards are there, but it is a compulsion to bypass some interlock to achieve your efficiency. Yeah, you know the risk, you have prevented, you have provided shutdown button in control room. 24 hours operator was staying there, right? And so your question is that how you are monitoring. So what we did, from control system, we have provided one deviation alarm. So, if we are giving 100% command, my feedback should be 100% ideally, right? If I give 50% command, my valve or governor should open 50%. But it never achieved in such a large size because there is an inertia, there is a mechanical jam, whatever, right? So, we have given 3% deviation alarm. So, if my command is 80% and I am getting 77% feedback, this is the first time. If I am getting 75%, then we have talked with our supplier Leo Japan. As sir told, Japan always we are considering the highest in quality. So they told you can take maximum margin of mismatch 7%. Beyond that, your machine is unsafe. So we started with 3%, and once 3% come, we start again oil filterization, topping up the oil. So we never cross after that 5%, and by God grace, after 2022, now 3 years, there is no single shutdown in Opal, and we are running very nice. So this is the action we have taken as a proactive and asset management. So even SMS come at night 1:30 in my mobile that you have achieved 3%. All top management is having SMS facility and 3%. So we start at night 3 o'clock now what to do. So that is the thing. I think I have given very particular answer to you.
Yeah. So what industry is looking for a reliable solution at a means optimal cost or means a minimum cost, so that it gives us a business case to put on. Because every time whenever we are implementing a software solution, we are looking for the returns. And these returns, you have already come across where have you implemented, what were the returns, and these are all customized solutions based on the data analysis what we are doing on the past data. It's not any engineering, anything we are putting in innovation. We are just replicating what we have achieved in past, the best one, and we want to continue it. That's what the AI is all about, what my understanding. So these solutions must be reliable, must be cost effective, so that we are always implementing. And in current, we are just implementing a solution of this AI where there is a 4% productivity increase, production increase, and if it is below 1%, there is money back guarantee. And if it is 3%, the 75 or 70% in the and according to that. So that's one other way of doing the solutions. Means if these are not working, so we have to take that also into account. Thanks. I think that.
So the expectation today from the chemical industry from software is that simply if I put there are 4 M's for any organization: man, machine, method, material. So if this software can integrate all 4 and give an optimum output, that is what is the requirement. That is when I put very simply. But apart from that, the KPI report, if we say, safety, reliability, then the compliance management, and of course the quality. So these are the things which are expected.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time, and it was really informative, quick discussion on the things. I believe HxGN people are also here and ImageGrafix. So your expectations are noted, and we will see how we can bridge the gap or try to bridge the gap, and either the product and the solution given will meet your expectations. Thank you. Thanks.